was about to start speaking without my mic. So I guess I'll just start reading just a couple of scriptures. I haven't done that in a minute, just so I figure I'd do that now. I guess I'll get into some teachings maybe later on, but I figured this is a now word. So I'll be reading Deuteronomy 32 through 33. So we're going to focus on the Song of Moses, or Psalm of Moses, which in itself has very strong prophetic message in it that points to Jesus when we read it, but also to his second coming when we read it. But I won't get into that. I'm just going to read it as the text is. But yeah, it's kind of fun because you see Moses is very poetic and lyrical in a lot of his stuff. I think his sister too is very poetic and literal or lyrical. So you could definitely see that as a family trait, but it's very interesting how the Levitical lines, I guess you could say, have a very psalmist gifting, which is it's just the way that we minister, but also how some things are communicated. But anyways, I'll just start reading. I'll get this. Okay. Then Moses spoke in the hearing of all the assembly of Israel in the words of this song until they were ended. Give ear, O heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. Let my teaching drop as the rain, and my speech distill as the dew, as raindrops on the tender herb, and as showers on the grass. For I proclaim the name of the Lord. Ascribe greatness to our God. He is the rock. His work is perfect, for all his ways are justice. A God of truth and without injustice. Righteousness and upright is he. They have corrupted themselves. They are not his children because of their blemish, a perverse and crooked generation. Do you thus dwell with the Lord? O foolish and unwise people. Is he not your father who brought you? Has he not made you and established you? Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask your father, and he will show you, your elders, and they will tell you. And when the Most High divided their inheritance to the nations, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the boundaries of the peoples according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people, and Jacob is the place of his inheritance. He made him ride on the heights of the earth, that he might eat up the produce of the fields. He made him draw honey from the rock, oil from the flinty rock, curds from the cattle, and milk of the flock, with fat of lambs, and rams of the breed of Bashan, and goats, and with the choicest of wheat. And you drank wine and blood of the grapes. But Yeshurun grew fat and kicked, and you grew fat, and you grew thick. You were obese. And then he forsook God who made him, and scornfully esteemed the rock of his salvation. They provoked him to jealousy with foreign gods. With abominations they provoked him to anger. They sacrificed to demons, not to God, to gods they did not know, and to new gods, new arrivals that your fathers did not fear. Of the rock who begot you, you are unmindful, and have forgotten the God who fathered you. And when the Lord saw it, he spurned them, and because of the provocation of his sons and daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them, and I will see what their end will be. For they are a perverse generation, children in whom is no faith. They have provoked me to jealousy by what is not God. They have moved me to anger by their foolish idols. But I will provoke them to jealousy by those who are not a nation, and I will move them to anger by a foolish nation. For a fire is kindled in my anger, and I shall burn to the lowest hell. and it shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. And I will heap disasters on them, and I will send my arrows on them. And they shall be wasted with hunger, devoured by pestilence and bitter destruction. And I will also send against them the teeth of beasts, and with the poison of serpents of the dust. The sword shall destroy outside, and there shall be terror within. And for the young man and virgin, and the nursing child, the man of gray hairs. And I would have said, I will dash them to pieces, and I will make the memory of them to cease from among men. Had I not feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversary should misunderstand, lest they should say, our hand is high, and it is not the Lord who has done all this. For they are a nation void of counsel, nor is there any understanding in them. Oh, that they were wise and that they understood this, that they would consider their latter end. How could one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 in flight, unless their rock had sold them and the Lord had surrendered them? For their rock is not like our rock, and even our enemies themselves being judges. For their vine is the vine of Sodom in the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall, and their clusters are bitter. And their wine is the poison of serpents, and the cruel venom of cobras. Is it not laid up in store with me, sealed up among my treasures? Vengeance is mine, a recompense. Their foot shall slip in due time. For the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things to come hasten upon them. For the Lord will judge his people and have compassion on his servants. And when he sees that their power is gone, and there is no one remaining, bond or free, he will say, where are their gods, the rock in which they have sought refuge? Who ate the fat of their sacrifices and drank the wine of their drink and offerings? Let them rise and help you and be your refuge. And now see that I, even I, am he, and there is no God besides me. And I will kill, and I will make alive, and I would wound, and I will heal. Now, is there any who can deliver from my hand? For I raise my hand to heaven, and I say, as I live forever, and if I whet my glittering sword, and my hand takes hold of judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies, and repay those who hate me. And I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, and with the blood of the slain and the captives, from the heads of the leaders of the enemy. Rejoice, O Gentiles, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants and render vengeance to his adversaries, and he will provide atonement for his land and his people. And so Moses came with Joshua, the son of Nun, and spoke all the words of this song in the hearing of the people. And Moses finished speaking all the words to all Israel, and he said to them, set your hearts on all the words which I testify among you today, which you shall command your children to be careful to observe all the words of this law. For it is not a futile thing for you, because it is your life. And by this word you shall prolong your days in the land which you cross over the Jordan to possess. Then the Lord spoke to Moses that very same day, saying, go up this mountain of the Abarim, Mount Nebo, which is the land of Moab, across from Jericho. View the land of Canaan, which I give to the children of Israel as a possession, and die on the mountain which you ascend, and be gathered to your people, just as Aaron your brother died on Mount Hor and was gathered to his people. Because you trespass against me among the children of Israel, in the waters of Meribah Kadesh, in the wilderness of Zin, because you did not hallow me in the midst of the children of Israel, yet you shall see the land before you, and though you shall not go there, into the land which I am giving to the children of Israel.